Well, hello folks. We are at the Van Hook Glade campground outside of Highland, North Carolina. It's way down near the border of Georgia and over towards Tennessee. It's in that part of North Carolina that's kind of like scooped under Tennessee. And this is a place I came a long time ago in 2015, so that's 7 years ago. First long trip on my Aliner, and I stopped here for just one overnight on the way to Florida, or on the way back from Florida, I guess, and I loved it. It was so cool. We had the same site. It's all the sites in this campground are surrounded by these great big massive rhododendrons, so you got real good privacy. Not quiet privacy, but you've got privacy. And then it's surrounded by these humongous tall pine trees. They're just huge pine trees all over the place. It's right on the road, so you can hear all the cars going by, especially during the daytime when the motorcycles are driving the byway, the Highland, North Carolina byway. It's a very curvy, narrow road. Going up and down, and so the trucks and bikes can be pretty loud, but it doesn't really bother you at night. There's not a lot of people on it at night, but we'll take you on a quick walk through the campground. Not a long time. I think we did that in the original version. If you want to look at that, we'll put that up over here. You can run the original version and tell me how it varies. There's a lot of neat things in this area. It's not a destination in itself unless you just want to sit and relax and enjoy the campfire. But for me, it's a place to come and visit all the things that are around it. It's just about, I think it's about 10 or 15 miles as the crow flies from Standing Indian, which I did a couple weeks ago. And it's similar, but it's not. It's a tiny little thing. It has 21 campsites. And it has one bathroom that has 2 showers and 2 toilets. Let's take a quick run through the campground. So there's the road right there. You come in the driveway, and here's the pay station right here. And here's a map of the area. This, of course, is the campground with the 21 sites. And then you can go up over in here, and this is the Cliffside lake and swim area and hiking area and picnic area, and it's pretty nice if you just want to stay in the area. Campsite, it's 24 bucks this year, 12 for seniors. There are bears here. These are the different waterfalls that are in the area, and the 2 or 3 campsites I would never recommend is 20 and 21. They're right on the road. You can see the cars go by, and they are probably pretty noisy unless you have a real good soundproof trailer. We're 19, and it's a little noisy where we are, but not too bad. Now these are all right up front, and this is number 1, which is reserved today. And I think they have a van, so they left a chair. This is site 2, right on the peak, and it gets a lot of noise. This is number 4 right next to it. This is 3, which is actually a pull-through site. It's kind of a small site, but it is a pull-through site, and it's not very level at all. Very unlevel. It does have a little area down below for tenting, for a tent, a small tent. This is the host site, and he sells firewood. 7 bucks for a bundle. Let's see how big a bundle is. Little small bundles, and they're chopped pretty small too. Here's number 7 and number 8. They are obviously 10 only. They're up high, kind of close to each other. And this is number 9, which looks almost like a double site. Every time I've ever come here that anybody was on here, it was a big motorhome. Not a big motorhome because you can't get it down the road, but it's a good place for motorhome, and it's right across from the bathroom, which is pretty nice. But as you can see, there's restrooms, and then there's showers, and there's 2 of each. Here is number 12. It's a parking spot, and it's tent only down there. And this is a little loop off the loop for sites 13 through 17. And 12 and 13 share the driveway, but 13 is really deep. 13 goes way down there, and it's got a fairly level parking tent pad, whatever you want to call it. 14 is just a regular, it's about 25 foot. And then next to that you've got 15, which is a dug into the side of the hill, and then 16 is way up there where you see the tent. It's good they're there. And here's 17, the pop-up. So they're just kind of thrown in there. But 17 is a pretty good site, pretty big site. And this is site 18, but they have a nice site. It's pretty level to go up into the woods and down over there. Look at the size of these trees though. These trees are so cool. Most of them, the tops are broken off them from windstorms and stuff, but still, they're great, big, beautiful trees. And then lastly, there's site 19, which has this beautiful Aliner camper on it and wonderful 4Runner tow vehicle, and a dog with a stick. There's a nice little swim pond up behind the campground. It doesn't seem to have a lot of use today because it's kind of cold and miserable. But there's blue sky coming. Maybe it'll be a good day. We're going to try to walk around the pond. So they got a nice little boardwalk here that we're on, and this trail goes around the lake, and they got neat little places to fish. You do need a fishing license, of course, which I think for North Carolina is expensive. I'm going to look at the dam. Excuse me. Looks like a fairly newly rebuilt dam. I believe this is maintained by the Cradle of Forestry. Not exactly. Go on. You went once. I don't believe they really take good care of it. Akila doesn't like it at all. Get. There's a sign for the Homestead Road Trail. 1.4 miles. That's back to the campground, I think. The host at the campsite says that this place is a rainforest, that it rains every day. It hasn't been very sunny or anything. And he might be right. I mean, this is pretty lush, and the moss and stuff is just thick. So maybe it's a rainforest. It's about 3,800 feet in the mountains. So as the clouds come over, they just kind of drop rain. But it's a nice place. I love this area. The Highlands of North Carolina. And there are some humongous trees down. I'm not sure why this one was cut down. But that's a huge tree. That's probably 2 feet across, just laying there. Maybe it was like all these other ones, that it was dead and they were afraid it was going to fall on the trail or something. But Here's another bridge to go across, and a little stream feeding the pond. I'll bet that water in that pond's cold. He don't care. He just recharges from cold water. This is the picnic area along the lake. It's pretty nice. There are stairs, numerous sets of stairs to come down, picnic tables and the grills. And you get a nice breeze off the lake. There's no bugs or anything here. This is really kind of nice. It's got a few interesting logs in the water that probably attract fish. And you can fish here. There's fishing here. I'm not sure what this thing is. Maybe that's a bat house. It's got a tiny little hole in the top. Maybe like for a house rent or something, but maybe have to let the hot air out. But kind of an interesting house, a very tall house wren. There is no stopping a mushroom. That mushroom is in the middle of the trail in a washout. I guess he just wanted to grow there. Good for him. Really nice picnic pavilions that you can reserve. I don't know if there's a cost to those, but I imagine if nobody's using them, you just grab them. And they lead right down to the lake. As Mr. Nosy's going to check out. Get back here. Aquila. There he is. We are making lunch after a long drive and a phenomenal hike that was a little anticlimactic because we climbed up into the clouds and saw nothing that would have been a nice view. We'll probably send up the drone so you could see what we could have seen, because that is a worthwhile activity. This is Van Hook Glade National Forest Campground, and it is one of the very first campgrounds I ever filmed. On my original trip in 2015 to Florida with the Aliner. It was the first long trip in the Aliner, and I remember this trip that I loved this campground. And I have the same campsite, the same setup as I did then. I just have a different dog who keeps bringing me ugly pieces of stick. And the memory is better than the reality. I was thinking that they had the type of, we're just making ham and cheese sandwiches. We're not going to grill them. That adds too much fat to the sandwich. I was thinking they had individual shower bathrooms. You know, a shower and a bathroom all in one. And they don't. They have they have 2 showers and 2 johns with toilets in them and stuff. But the campsites are primitive. There's no hookups or anything. They're basically a tent platform where you could easily park a van or a very small pop-up camper. There's a couple of big campers in here, but I don't think they're real comfortable. I don't think they had an easy time getting them in here. Do you want a piece of ham? Hey, do you want a piece of this? What do you say? All right, get out of here. But there's only 21 campsites. It's in the middle of the North Carolina Highlands, which has all these waterfalls and neat places to go. We tried to climb to a fire tower today, but there's a 4-mile trail to get to it. We didn't want to do that, but there's a road that goes to a fire tower, because every fire tower has a road to it. To the fire tower is a private road owned by a guy that I guess isn't real friendly about the people going to the fire tower. But maybe another time we'll get to that fire tower. Just because there's so much to see here, and the town of Highland, North Carolina is really pretty cute and pretty cool, and there is a lot of money here. It's just obvious there's a lot of money here. So thanks for watching. I hope you subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thanks a lot, folks. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. We're going to enjoy a nice healthy lunch and a hot cup of tea. It's really 75 here, but it's pretty damp. It's nice. Hey, you gotta go eat your breakfast, or you're not getting any more junk. Go eat your breakfast. Get in the car.